What's going on, people? King Riches back again. I haven't done a live stream for a little while, so this is going to be really good to interact with you guys out there. Uh, on the road to 100,000 subscribers, so please make sure you're helping me reach that goal by hitting the like button under every video and leaving comments and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting live stream. I'm going to be talking about uh, the heroes amongst brothers, the people we look up to, the people we look at as role models. We look at them as, where we aspire to be. And I think that a lot of times we have this whole idea of what is a good example twisted. Um, I love being who I am. I love being a black man. I love being myself. You know, I couldn't imagine being anyone else. Yeah, and a lot of us don't understand the gravity of the lives we live in until we get a lot older. When I was younger, I used to look up to rappers. I used to look up to guys, black guys in my area who were notorious. They had a name on the street, right? They had got street fame through doing unsavory activities. They were known as dangerous, right? They were known for getting fast money, and if anyone messes with them, they will get dealt with very swiftly. Yeah, and me as well as other people, um, we looked up to these guys, man. We really did. We have to keep it real. A lot of you black guys can attest to this. You have a similar experience growing up. You'd hear about these guys. Oh, did you hear what this guy did? Blah blah blah. And even if you was a black guy that wasn't from the hood, you was from like the suburbs, or you was from like a good area, that image of that dangerous criminal black guy in the area that everybody knew about, who had that notoriety, that would reach you, you know, or maybe it reached you through media. The media is a very powerful influence. And if you are a young, impressionable black guy, and in the media, all you see is examples of drillers and trappers, that will have an effect on you. It would make you start to look at the world as, yeah, these are the guys that are at the top of the food chain. These are the guys at the top of the hierarchy. I've said it many times that the media seldom portrays black men um, in uh, in a positive light. I'm not saying they never do, but I'm saying that the most popular examples of black men in media, i.e., TV, movies, music, is usually the same narrow image, which will be someone who sells poison in his community, somebody who's capable of extreme acts of violence, somebody who probably has a stable of different women, probably got multiple baby mamas, children by different women, and he's basically just a loose cannon. And I think that this is very dangerous because, again, you as a black man, you don't usually get switched on until later on. Like, I'd say late 20s, 30s, maybe even 40s. You don't really understand what this life is talking about, especially if you're living in a predominantly non-black country like the UK, the USA, and other parts of the world. It's very easy for you to get suckered into this paradigm of idol worshipping rappers and criminals, right? I noticed on YouTube that a lot of the popular personalities on this platform are ex-convicts, people that have come out of prison, or they've come out of gang life, or they're currently in gang life, right? Or they are people that portray a criminal life. These kind of guys seem to get a lot of push. Big up Morosa Man for the super chat. He says, first live I've caught from the start in years. Big up Morosa Man. Consistent support on the channel, man. Appreciate ya. Yeah, so as I was saying, like, these guys seem to get a lot of push in media in general. If you are pushing the narrative of a dealer, you know, somebody may be scamming, getting fast money, then that will always get pushed. Definitely in the music, which I always think that music is quite evil, to be honest. I think that secular popular music is very, very evil. It is basically programming, right? The most popular genres of music, probably hip hop, drill music, is very, very demonic. And if you look at the faces of these genres, it's usually that, like, if you look at the main faces of these genres, it's usually black males, young black males. And I don't care what these so-called artists say, because they are influences. They are heavy influences on the youth. I know I've got a lot of American people that watch my channel, and I really appreciate all of you. But a lot of you lot don't really know much about the UK and the UK street life, and it is very, very dangerous on London streets. Very dangerous. We don't have as much artillery accessible as, or firearms as accessible as that they are in the USA, but what is accessible and always on the street are blades. And a lot of young boys, in particular black boys, are getting deleted a lot. And at the end of the day, a blade, in my opinion, people carrying blades is more dangerous because it's quiet, it's easier to conceal, it's easier to hide, and bro, like, it's very quick. It's quick and quiet. And there's a huge problem of young black youths walking around with blades. I walked around with a blade for many, many years. And I'd been the victim of that kind of crime myself. And that's what made me begin to carry a weapon myself. And what you'll find is, if you actually do your research and you look into what's going on in the UK, in UK streets, a lot of people are being attacked with blades. A lot. Every day. Most of these instances are not reported. There's a lot of war going on between postcodes and council estates and areas. It's very easy to get into an altercation, an argument with people who are living in a country where there's mass inflation, but the amount of money that is being distributed to people is low. And this is a problem in all around the world. You know, I've always said that black people are socioeconomically at the bottom, and this is very, very apparent. And in these kind of environments where you've got densely populated areas where it's of low income, where, you know, a lot of the people are black, a lot of the people don't see much avenues to escape this kind of desperate situation, they get into survival mode. And in survival mode, bruh, anything goes. People are walking around angry, frustrated, and they want to lash out. And these kind of people, if they're carrying blades on them and then you get into an argument with them, they will use it on you. It's happening all the time. People are getting attacked on buses. People are getting attacked outside their own houses. This has been going on for a long time. But for some reason, when you turn on the TV, you're listening to music, you go watch a movie, and it's got black people, it is still glorifying this kind of life. And it's very detrimental to the progression of our people, of our psychology. There's too many instances or examples of black guy versus black guy, in my opinion. All this kind of black on black conflict needs to be taken out of media completely. It needs to be ostracized. You as a black man, no matter if you're living in the UK, living in London, or you're living in, I don't know, Chicago, or you're living in South Africa, you know that you can get into an altercation with another black guy very easily. All it takes is to walk in, you catch eyes with another guy, you looking at each other for a little bit too long. Now it's a problem. Now you've just collected a new op. And then egos get involved. Nobody wants to back down. Shouting, then it turns physical. Now, hopefully, neither of you have got a weapon on you. Maybe one of you's got a weapon on you. Or let's say it ends in a fist fight, and then you come back again another day, you see them again, somebody's with their friends, now their friends rush you, maybe one of their friends is carrying something, and now that's you. Bro, it happens all the time. Happens all the time. Now, obviously, I'm sure this kind of thing happens in other communities. It does happen in other communities, absolutely. But I believe that us as black people, we are in the most unique position on this planet. We are stereotyped. We are discriminated the most. And I just think that out of all ethnic groups, we actually glorify the lowlifes in our community. We look up to the worst role models. I always found it funny that whenever there's like a really big event that happens, maybe a negative event that happens, something bad happens, and it hits like a national level, the media always wants to get the opinions of some rapper. I always found that to be kind of weird, that they always want to get the opinion of some rapper, or these rappers and these people, their opinions seem to be so important. Instead of getting like legitimate black men, or legitimate examples of black men in media or community or whatever. No, they want to get the opinions of some rapper. They want to get the opinions of a black man who's made it his business to glorify criminal lifestyle. He's been drilling and trapping. He's been to jail for like 5 to 10 to 20 years. No, we need to get his opinion. I think that is really weird, to be honest. I think that it's weird that in our community or communities around the world, that if a man commits crime, he sells poison within his community, he gets respect for that. He gets respect because he's been supplying poison. So not only is he a menace in his own right, but he actually profits from ruining other people, from leading them astray. Now, I'm sure his mindset will be, well, somebody's going to make a profit, so it might as well be me. But If you actually care about your people, you would not want to do that. You'd find a different way. You see, this is the thing. I think that I think a lot of a lot. I think that a lot of us are selfish. A lot of these people that are career criminals, they're selfish. You know, because it's not good enough that, oh, they're actually doing something terrible within their community and they're causing chaos and mayhem in their community. No, they got to be loud about it. Again, you see all these podcasts and you got all these ex criminals and thugs and all these people, and then they're talking about their stories and they're making it look all cool and funny, bro. It's not cool and funny, actually. You got young kids watching you. You got young, impressionable boys from your own community who, bro, they don't know their left from their right. All they know is that this guy on the screen looks cool. This guy on the screen is getting attention from women. He's getting money. I'm going to emulate this guy. I'm going to copy him. I'm going to do whatever he says. If he says this is what's real, then this is what's real. And I'm going to copy that. And then they go and ruin their lives. Because I don't care what no one says. If you go to jail, if you go to prison, you've put a glass ceiling on your potential in life. See, all these rappers and these people, they don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. A lot of my friends have been to prison, bro. A lot of my friends who I used to run around with and just do stupid things on the street with, and now in later life, you know, it's not what it seemed to be, is it? Because it was all fun and games when we was young, when we was teenagers and early 20s. It was all fun and games, bruv. Running around, taking things from people, selling poison to people, doing all manners of things. And then you get caught. Because guess what? Everybody gets caught. Everybody does. Think about it. If you're doing badness on the road, you're doing these kind of things every single day, 365, no days off. You're drilling, you're trapping, you're carrying things you shouldn't be carrying. Bro, it just takes one day to make a mistake. You could be perfect for 364 days, but that last day you make a mistake and you get caught. Now you're facing a stretch. Now you're in the interrogation room. I just don't think it's worth it. I honestly don't think it's worth it. I think that this whole thing is a lie. This whole lifestyle is a lie. It's a lifestyle that is advertised specifically to young black males. That's why on YouTube, like, I could talk about the realities of dating and relationships and not be offensive, but a video will get demonetized. But guess what? A rapper can come out and talk about selling drugs, committing acts of violence like a serial killer, and there's no problem. Those videos will always be monetized. Those videos will be monetized by Coca-Cola, McDonald's, every mainstream franchise. You have to ask the question, why is that? Why is that? Why is it a thing that within the black community, if you talk about the truth, your voice will be restricted, it will be limited. But if you talk about all the negative aspects of the community, which really and truly the majority of black men are not doing all of these things. It's a small pocket. It's a minority. It's a minority that commit the crime and do all of these bad things. But why is it that they get all the light? Why is it that they get put in everybody's faces? They get so much light to the point where other communities, people from outside the community, think that all black men are the same. All black men are a part of that minority group. Do you know what I always think's funny? That, like, whenever you listen to conversations with amongst black guys, yeah, like, you always hear them talk about, I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood. I've been through this. I've been through that. Like, I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood. They always got to mention that. I always notice that when I hear like black American guys talking, or black guys from London talking, like, I always have to mention I'm from this area and this hood and blah blah blah. Like, that's a badge of honor. Like, that means that you are, I don't know, a notch above black guys that are not from those kind of environments. I think that it's sad that a lot of us come from these environments, to be fair. I think it's sad. I think it's sad that I went through a lot of negative experiences. I think it's sad that somebody attacked me with a knife. I think it's sad that I started walking around with a knife. I think it's sad that, a lot of us feel like we have to commit crimes so that we can get things. When I look back at my life, I think that, wow, like, I got away with a lot of crap that I did not need to do. Most of the time, I should have been in my house. I shouldn't have been outside running around doing nonsense. But again, as I told you at the top, I was influenced by rappers and the stories of notorious people from my area. And, even though I wasn't as bad as they was, a lot of times we're just opportunists at that age. An opportunity to gain some stripes. It's a very real thing. A lot of the times the women, they tend to gravitate to the low lifes in our community. The women love those guys. These low life entities, they get a lot of attention from women. It's a status thing. They've got a name on the road. A lot of people are scared of them, so the women want to be around the guy that can protect them. Now, the reason why a lot of these women tend to gravitate to these kind of low life guys is because a lot of these women don't have fathers. Because what you'll notice is, when you deal with women who grew up with good father figures or fathers in their home, they tend to couple up with men who are more balanced because they come from a balanced background. Women who live in like low income areas, or in our community, or women from our community who didn't have fathers, they go out in the world looking for protection and provision because they didn't get that from their own dads. They didn't get that from their own fathers. So again, what do they see in the media? They see drillers and trappers. And then what do they hear about at a young age? What is perceived to be popular and cool? This thug aesthetic. So they go out there and they are open to coupling with a guy who satisfies that image I want you lot to really understand what I'm saying, bro. Because what I'm saying is not really that complicated. It's quite simple. It's quite basic. The media, it portrays and consistently shows drillers and trappers. When girls are young and they don't have their fathers, they are unbalanced and they go out there looking for a father figure. A father figure is someone who will deliver protection and provision. If all they know is that there's guys out there that are thugs and are capable of violence and people are scared of them, they feel that if they get with a guy like that, they are protected, they are safe. No one can mess with them because they've never felt safe their whole life because they've never had a dad. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of these young girls, they'll end up messing around with these low life guys, these and then maybe have a kid with these low life guys. Now they've become a single mum at a young age and now their life has got glass ceiling on it as well. This is why this image of this thug street black guy role model is so dangerous. This is why it's so dangerous, bro. Let's get rid of this guy. Let me just get rid of this guy quickly. This is why it's so dangerous. Let me read some of you lot's comments. If you write comments that just don't make any sense to me, I am not going to even give it any kind of attention at all. So I notice people just come in and write silly things and I just don't understand. A lot of ignorant people, and this is why the black community is so full of people who are just ignorant, just low vibration. They don't think before they speak. They just say anything. Like, it's just you can't work with these kind of people. Someone said, I'm American and I don't underestimate the danger in the UK. Yeah, it's dangerous, bro. The UK is dangerous, bro. Like, a lot of these teenagers, bro, a lot of these teenagers are carrying blades, bro, and they use them. They're not scared to use them, bro. Like, they get into it very, very early. And once they've done it once, they can do it again and again and again, and it's not a big deal to them. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand this thing. This has been going on for long. Like, and some of them do have straps as well. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, I remember when I was in America and a lot of people that I knew, a lot of the guys I knew in America, they used to make these stupid, ignorant jokes about the UK. Oh, y'all don't even have guns and da-da-da. Like, bruv, yes they are here, bro. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, bro? But for the most part, like, if somebody is carrying a weapon, it's gonna be a blade more than likely, and it's a lot. It happens a lot every day. What was it? There was a story. There was a story I posted on my IG story that this boy, he just got some boy ran up and just stabbed him and outside his house, just on the main road, and he passed away. That was it. Like, I know loads of people that have been stabbed and have stabbed other people and all these kind of things. This is normal stuff, bro. Like, this is like, I think that a lot of you Americans think that the UK is some soft, easy place. Well, bro, let me let you into a secret, bro. UK is full of very angry, frustrated people. Like it's not the same. It's not what you think. It's not what they show on TV or whatever. Everyone's talking in some posh accent or something. Like that's why sometimes I get frustrated with the comments that I see. Oh, you lot in the UK, blah blah blah. Like you don't really know what you're talking about, bro. It's very dangerous out here, bro. Like extremely. Like if you're in the wrong area, the wrong estate, wrong area, you're not moving properly, you're showing off too much, or you bump into the wrong person, or you give someone the wrong look. And bro, there's people, and it's not even just people that are just like gang related, it's people that are just frustrated with life. There's a lot of people who are frustrated with life, bro. Yeah, that like people are struggling. The majority of people in the UK do not even have £200 in their bank account. Do you understand that? The energy bills are going up. Housing prices is going up. Rent is going up. The weather is crap. Crime is on the rise. People are working all day long to make nothing. And then you go on Instagram and go on all these social medias, and all it's telling you is if you're not rich, then you don't matter. If you don't have money, you don't deserve to have a girlfriend. If you don't have, like, bro, people are bruh, frustrated. It's not a joke. And that's why people lash out. It's real talk. Big up to the guys hitting the super chat. Let me show some priority to that. Big up to the UK Economist for the super chat. He says, great to see you live again. I think the black community needs to publicly reject violent rap music and claim it doesn't represent black culture. Keep up the good work. Exactly. That's what it is, bro. Like, it's got to a point where I think there has to be a divide that black people need to understand that niche genre of criminality and all of that kind of stuff is actually is hurting the community. It's hurting all of us. It's actually dragging us down. It's keeping us in the gutter. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and this is a worldwide issue, right? I noticed that in media, other ethnic groups have a broad spectrum of what they can represent. You know, you don't have to be a thug. You can just be a 9-to-5 guy working a job. You could be a policeman. There's no kind of stigma if you're a policeman. Think about it. In the black community, if you're a policeman, there's stigma to that. You're a fed. You're 5-0. You're 12. Like now, oh no, you're it's like you're kind of ostracized, like you're a policeman. Like, bro, like if he's a policeman, he's actually upholding the law that protects everybody. Because funny enough, even with these criminals, the law protects them. Because when the police come to arrest them or kick down their door, the police have to abide by the law when they do that. Because if they didn't, they could just run in the house and delete them. There has to be rules. But anyway, yeah, I think that there has to be a deliberate move away from glorifying these low life culture. I think there has to be a deliberate move, and it definitely has to be on via media as well. Movies, TV, music. I really think so, because we're at the point where it's just like, bro, like these little kids are deleting each other. They're taking each other out, bro. And I'm sure if you check the media that they're consuming, it's all negative. And all these people that make a profit off it through the media, like all these rappers and all of that, and these people making these movies, they don't give a crap. That's why they say, oh yeah, I'm just representing, the real life, and I'm just showing real stories and blah, 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 bro. Like, I'm sorry, that's not good enough, fam. Because again, the views or the stories that they put out there are always the same. It's always a narrow funnel of stories that they put out: drugs, gang life, just degenerate behavior. In every black movie is always single mothers, and there's no dad there, and it's always the same thing. It's not good. Big up to Boombox for the super chat. He says, "Yo, as a guy from New York, that thug image is so prevalent in black kids, especially the girls. They always say to the not thug guys, you don't have that oomph." Yeah, this is exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, in these black communities around the world, it's like if you're a thug, you're the hero. You're a hero in your hood, like. And a lot of these girls, they want to feel protected. They want to be around the guy that's the guy. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you are a guy who is committing crimes and you've built a name for yourself, you've built some notoriety, in a lot of black communities, you are the guy. If they go to jail, then all these people be like, "Oh, free, what's his name? Free, what's his name?" I mean, why are you saying free him? He committed the crime, fam. Why are you saying free him for? He committed the crime and he got caught. So why are you saying free him? What, just because you like him? It's so weird, like. It's so weird. Like, why do we glorify these kind of people, these kind of personalities, bro? Like, now, if it's somebody that has been arrested falsely, they've been arrested for something they didn't do, then that's one thing. But like, for instance, whenever these rappers they get thrown in jail, and then it's like, oh, free this guy, soon come out, da 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 da. It's just like, yeah, he needs to come out and make more music and blah, blah, blah. Who gives a crap about his music, fam? This is why I really hate music now. I don't like music. I don't get starstruck when I see these people. I've been around some of these music people. I don't get starstruck because I know that the content, the product that they put out there has a negative effect. And I have younger black kids in my family, bruv. Yeah, nephews and that I know consume this stuff, and I don't want them to go and listen to these idiots and then go and try and live out these raps. These guys, they go to jail, they've been rapping about doing all of this nonsense, then they go to jail, now everybody's like, free him just because he should make another song. This is stupid. Who gives a crap about music and their songs, bruv? Who gives a crap? Crazy, man. Another thing is, most of these guys, these black boys, talking about, oh yeah, I wanna do music. I do music, bro. What's the percentage of them that are really gonna make any kind of real money, life changing money out of it? It's a very low percentage. A lot of you lot need to just get a job. Just get a real job, or find something that can make you legitimate money to the point where you don't have to look over your shoulder. You don't have to be around cats. You don't need to be selling poison to cats. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's not the life, bro. That's not real life. That's not real life when you can't move freely because you've got so many ops. You got people that are after you because you did this to somebody. Now forever, you've got people that want to take you out. You can't move freely. That's not the kind of life I want to live, to be honest. And another thing, it doesn't stop once you become an adult. You see, this is the thing. I've got a mate of mine, and he's probably watching this video right now. Yeah. And he's done a lot of crazy things. A lot of crazy things. Yeah. And I've invited him to come places, to go places. And like he'll ask me a lot of questions about what kind of place is it, where is it, how long you're gonna be there, what time, and a lot of times he can't go to these places, bro. Why? Because of madnesses that have happened years ago. Years ago. Crazy things that have happened a long time ago, but there's a high risk that if you see certain people, then it's going to get on top. It's going to be a very serious situation. And so you can't move freely, bruv. Imagine that. You, as a grown man, you cannot move freely because of stuff you did as a teenager, bro. This is the things they don't talk about in these stupid raps. These rappers and these thugs and all of these people, they don't talk about that. They don't talk about that they're restricted. They can't move around freely. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about the fact that they're always looking over their shoulder, paranoid. They don't talk about that. Nah, they talk about how they're getting fast money, they can buy a Rolex, and they got all the bad bees. It's not real. It's not real. I don't talk about the dark side of it. You losing friends, people you know, people that you grew up with, and then they get caught. They get caught slipping, and then their life get ended. Mad. Big up Morosa, man, for another super chat. Appreciate it. Very important message for young black men. This 100%. Big up to you. Appreciate it. So I just think that black people, start using your brain, man. Start thinking logically. Start looking at the world with a mature lens as an adult. You got a lot of black guys out here who are acting, or black men, sorry, who are acting like teenagers on public platforms. They act like teenagers, bro. They talk like teenagers, bro. And it's like, it's just not a good role model. They're not good role models, bro. But for some reason they get a lot of attention. They get a lot of attention because amongst black people, we we don't have balanced, legitimate role models installed. I'll give you an example. A man who has a family, wife, kids, he's got a legitimate job, career, he takes care of his family, his wife treats him right, the kids are well mannered, behaved, none of them are doing drugs, doing any kind of degenerate stuff, they're not doing anything dysfunctional. We don't see examples of just a happy, balanced black family. Now, obviously, if you go somewhere like a predominantly black country, you will see examples of that. But I'm saying, as someone that is born and raised in the UK and lived in the UK, and I've lived in the USA for many years as well, I can only talk about this side of the world. And in this side of the world, there is a problem. There is a big problem. Because at the end of the day, what, black people in the UK are what, 3%? And black people in the USA is like what, 12 to 13%. But for some reason, of these groups, the minority that is causing the problem is the ones that get the most light, and that is affecting the whole group. It's bad, man. It's bad. I think that a lot more people are waking up, but it's still a very slow process. And again, I think that it's not until it's not until a lot of black men and women get older that's when they realize that, oh, this whole, you know, rappers and criminals, this is all a lie. That image is a lie. They are, it's not until they get older that's when you realize it's a lie. But by then, you've probably made a lot of mistakes. Oh, and I was talking about the women not having their fathers in their lives, and that's why they gravitate to these kind of guys to couple up with. You know, when the guys don't have their fathers in their lives, that's what makes them gravitate to looking up to these low life people. You know, as a young black boy, when you don't have your dad there to protect you, you know, you are not safe. You don't feel safe. When you step outside of your house, you don't feel safe. You know what's going on out there. You hear the stories of what's going on out there. People getting got, people getting robbed. So what's the next thing? You join a gang. Because there's strength in numbers. There's strength in numbers, and now you feel a part of a family. You've got your family at home, but now you're part of another family where you feel protected. Everyone's got each other's back. If anyone comes and does anything, you deal with it. And it's crazy because if you're living that kind of life, bro, there's only negative outcomes that can come from that. There's a lot of negative outcomes that can come out of that. And more time, these people that you're in a gang with, a lot of them will snake you. We hear it all the time. These guys, they're all in a gang, and then they start, when one of them gets caught by the authorities, they get caught by feds. Then the next thing, they start snitching on everybody. Now you're going down, and all of this kind of stuff. Is someone you thought was your brother. Now he's got you in jail. Like, it's crazy, bro. Crazy. Everybody, please hit the like button on this video. It's very important that you hit the like button so I can do more videos like this. I don't know if YouTube's gonna monetize this video because these kind of real videos, I don't know, YouTube's kind of funny. But again, if this was a music video, if I was a rapper, if I was one of these rappers talking about drilling and trapping, there would be no problem. It'll be monetized by every main advertiser. Yeah, Disney, Sony would have all the ads on it. But because I'm talking about something that's very real, who knows? So all I say is I appreciate the guys that hit the super chat. It means a lot. And I want to do more videos like this because I think this is what's more important than anything else, to be honest. But again, I think the solution is that we need to encourage the young black boys and girls and the young black youth into legitimate career paths. We need to install the ideology of hard work and not trying to make fast money to buy Balenciagas or a Mary Jeans. No. We need to steer away from all of that hyper materialism and all of this kind of stuff, and that, you know, you will be able to get what you want one day, but there's a process, you know, and if you try to go the fast route, it usually leads to ruin in one way or another. Take your time and be patient. Plan. Always strive to do the right thing. Mind your own business. Look at positive examples. Be careful of the media that you're consuming. What is this media trying to program into your mind? Because really and truly, with all this media, it's all programming. TV, movies, music. If you don't if you don't look at these things with a pinch of salt, like I do, I really, I can consume this stuff, but I understand what it is and I understand how it can influence if you completely get sucked into it. But again, that's because I have a mature mind. I'm not 14 years old. I'm not 13 years old. But 13 and 14 years old King Riches, he may look at it different and he may believe it to be this is what's real. Because people always talk about keep it real, keep it real. And for some reason, being a low life is what's keeping it real. Selling poison and not doing a legitimate job. Like, working a 9 to 5 is beneath us in our general mindset. Is beneath. You need to be making fast money. And the way I look at it, the only way you're gonna make fast money in this world is by doing something against the law. Because that's why it's fast. Anything legitimate is always going to take time. I've been doing this YouTube channel for years. Been creating videos for years. I've had highs and lows and ups and downs, but I've stayed consistent. You see, this is the thing. You need to be consistent in this life. If you have a problem being consistent, you will never be successful. I truly believe that when you go through lows, it's a test to see if you really deserve what you're looking for. Because just imagine it, we lived in a world where everybody got what they wanted straight away. Everyone would be unhappy. They'd be miserable. Everyone would probably be on some kind of narcotic. Everybody would be alcoholics because there'll be no like satisfaction from hard work. There'll be no payoff for consistency. You just want everything right now. You'll probably blow it all anyway. Think about a lot of these people that they win the lottery. They win the lottery and then they blow all the money and then they go back to being just normal again. But if you work hard for something, you're going to value it. You're going to appreciate it. You know? So I think that we need a complete change in mindset, psychology, what is good, what is bad, and what is totally unacceptable. And all of this imagery of drilling and trapping is unacceptable. All this imagery of broken homes and dysfunctional homes is unacceptable, bro. Being illegal is unacceptable, bro. We need women to tell younger women that it's unacceptable to be with a man that does any kind of illegal activity. That will make a huge change. I'll tell you that now, yeah. If the majority of women was like, we do not deal with any guy that does any kind of illegal activity. If you do illegal activity, I don't want to talk to you. I will never give you a chance. Bro, that will change the landscape very quickly. A lot of guys will give up their drilling and trapping. They'll give it up very quickly. There'll be a lot more black doctors and lawyers and policemen, firefighters, plumbers, legitimate entrepreneurs, not guys doing crime on the side, but legitimate entrepreneurs. Fast money is not good money usually. I'll just be real. But please, everybody watching, yeah, like the video now. Do not forget to do that. Yeah, very important. And also, my legitimate business. I sell merchandise. I'm wearing some of the merch right now. This is a sweater. Let's go. My shop is www.letsgonow.shop. Please go over there, cop some merchandise, get a t-shirt, get a sweater, get a jumper, support a real business. Legit, I don't do anything illegal. I don't do anything illegal. That all of that kind of mindset, that life went a long time ago. Yeah. Support what is actually real. All right. So make sure you go to my website, www.letsgonow.shop. You can cop some of the merchandise. Shipping is worldwide. Very fast delivery as well. A lot of you have bought merch from the website. And I encourage you lot to support the business and all of that good stuff. Yeah. Let me just look at these comments once again. Another thing, I want black kids to understand you don't have to be an entertainer or an athlete to make it as well, because that is another idea that is very prevalent amongst black youth in non-black countries, that you have to be some kind of entertainer or athlete. If you're not a pro athlete or entertainer, you can't make it in this world, and that's absolutely not true. That's false. You can make it by just doing a regular job. Yeah, if you go and you learn, you study in school, you put your head down in school, college, university, study something that is actually worth studying, not just you're just wasting your time studying any old course. No, you study something that can be applied to the real world. Yeah, that will put you into a high paying career. Yeah, or maybe give you the knowledge so you can start your own business. Something providing a service or a skill that is highly sought after, that is a high yield. Big up to everyone watching. Appreciate y'all. Big up Snapshot Reviews. He says, King Riches, what has inspired this topic? Do you know what it is, yeah? Like, what inspired this topic is I saw a video, what was it, a couple days ago, where this boy, he basically got attacked with a knife on his doorstep and he passed away. And I posted it on my IG story. And, you know, then there was another story of some like young boy and he got attacked but with a blade. I think he was on the bus. And maybe he saw one of his ops and then they took his life. And that was it. Like, and this is the thing, it happens so much, like, but a lot of these attacks don't even make it to the news. That they just happen, bro. Like, there was another one I saw where it was in, I think it was in Croydon. And yeah, some other boy pulled out a big blade and he was attacking the other boy with it. And like, it was a couple of them and they was attacking some boy. Like, this happens all the time, bro. Like, and it's just like, I think a lot of these boys they've been influenced into living this kind of life, or maybe their environment has put them in a mindset that this is the kind of life I have to live. Like, I'm on survival mode, like, or maybe society has put them in this mess. And I just want these boys to understand that there's another way out. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, some of you boys, you might need to leave the area that you live in. Do you get what I'm saying? You might have to just get out of there. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I think a lot of times, a lot of these single parents, and, you know, they don't have no money. So now they have to go and live in a low income environment, struggling, probably working as much as possible. You haven't really got time to watch what your kids are doing, or you know, you don't have the time to help them with their homework and with their academics and stuff like that, you know. And then these youth, they go out and they just get put in front of a lot of negative influences, bro. And it's just like, it's sad when you think about it. Even when I think about my own history, my own life, and the things I went through. And like, my mum tried her best, but she's only one person. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think I'm very blessed to be in the position that I'm in right now, because there's many times things could have gone horribly wrong, and it were very close to going horribly wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. Someone said black scientists are rare. Mm. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's like the different avenues which are put in front of black youth is very narrow, especially black males. It's very narrow. It's like either you're a rapper, or you're an athlete, or you're a trapper, or a scammer. Like, and the media plays a big part of that. Snapshot said poverty and boredom are a dangerous mix. Absolutely. Someone said my microphone. Let me know. I press one in the chat if you can hear me, because as far as I can see, my microphone is fine. So I don't know. People like to come in and say there's something wrong with the sound when there isn't. Or maybe it's their own computer or phone that's not working properly. Press one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. And yo, let me check. Well, that's it. And you see, this is a problem. There's not even 70 likes on this video. This is what I'm saying. If I was a rapper, a drill rapper, or if I was talking about sports, something that's another distraction, yeah, you lot would be liking it. No one even has to tell you to like the video, bruv. No one has to tell you to do anything. You'll just do it. It's just weird. It's just weird, man. Someone said, interesting that we never had a black prime minister. I mean, it goes along with what I've been saying in this video. Like, you know, I don't think most black boys are thinking, oh, let me be prime minister of this country. A lot of black boys are thinking, let me be a footballer, or let me be a rapper. I want to do music. Oh, I do music. I do music. That has always got on my nerves. Someone said a lot of guys do the drilling for women. Yeah, a lot of black boys, they get into gang culture, gang life, and criminal lifestyle because they want to attract women, because they know a lot of women find those type of guys attractive, or they find that lifestyle exciting. Materialism, Galaxy said materialism in the black community is very bad. Yep. Hyper materialism in the black community is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Everybody's trying to look like they are rich, buying cars that they can't afford on finance, buying Rolexes, buying all of these expensive junk clothes. Think about that. Think about all these guys, they break their neck to buy all of this name brand designer clothes that they can only wear once or twice, because if they wear it more than once or twice, then people are going to notice, oh, you wore that already. You always wear that. So you have to keep collecting more and more of this expensive junk. It's a joke. At least with my clothing line, you could wear this every day. This is standard issue, bro. You get what I'm saying? This is the uniform, cuz. Do you get what I'm saying? www.letsgonow.shop. Get you some of the merch right now, yeah? I expect at least 20 of you to go to my website and cop a t-shirt at the very least, all right? Could you, Galaxy says, could you do shows with positive black role models for men? I am. There's a guy I was meant to do a live stream with. He's basically a black guy. He's like 25, I think, 27. And he does property. So I'm gonna be doing a live stream with him very soon. I was meant to actually do it already, but I will get that done ASAP. Because there's a lot of positive black guys that I know doing legitimate things. They haven't done any kind of criminal things. They ain't been to jail. They ain't a bad man. They're not a gunman. They've just done the right things and they are successful. So I'm gonna start having conversations with them online as well. Daniel said Kendrick Lamar is people's role model now after Drake. That's terrible. No rapper should be anyone's role model, bro. There's no rappers that I think should be any role model ever. Um, oh, good point. Big up Snapshot Reviews. He says a lot of black youth do not have family businesses they can work with. That's at oh, you smashed it. And that's a big reason why a lot of black boys go out and try to get fast money and commit crime to get fast money because obviously, they don't come from a family that has any kind of options for them. Like for instance, a lot of like um families from other ethnic groups, they'll have like something they can offer a young boy in their household, whether it be go work with your dad, go work with your uncle, or they know somebody that knows somebody that has a job opportunity. And a lot of these boys, they don't even have to go to university, they'll just go straight into work after school. Do you get what I'm saying? Their family will set them up, whether they can work within their own family business or they can work for somebody that's a family friend or something like that. And that's a huge advantage. That's why a lot of times, yeah, you will find that a lot of these boys out that are non-black, outside our community, they will tend to have more money because or they'll buy cars very quickly. They'll have all these kind of material things kind of quickly because as soon as they leave school, they go into some kind of employment that their family has set up. And the best business that you could or the best situation would be working for your family business because you're all working together to create an empire for your household. Do you get what I'm saying? But a lot of times as black families don't have that infrastructure. They don't have that family business or stuff like that. I mean, some do obviously, but like I haven't seen it that much. Do you get what I'm saying? And then a lot of times in these families, like the boys will get kicked out as soon as they turn 18. They get kicked out, and that's another thing that's not positive either. The Phoenix Alpha says black men need to educate in the fields of science, law, politics, and learn a trade. Oldest child in the field of construction, major projects in London. The other studying law and politics. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree, bro. Like science, law, politics, learn a trade. That should be heavily um pushed. That should be heavily pushed and encouraged amongst young black youth, especially young black boys, especially everywhere, especially in low income environments. They need to take away all this hyper materialism. Most of these people flaunting these cars and watches, they don't actually have any money, bruv. They don't have legitimate money. They've got dirty money that the law can come and take at any moment, any time. You see, this is a problem, you see. This guy wrote, Kendrick Lamar is more than a single rapper. He is someone very clever and that sings with a real message about society. Bro, Kendrick Lamar raps about crap just like the rest of them. Stop romanticizing rappers, bro. There are more examples of better role models out there than Kendrick Lamar. This is the problem. That is the problem. It's always an excuse for these people, bro. Like, you gotta understand, most of these people, yeah, when they get to a certain level of superstardom, in especially in like America and all of that, bro, you really trust them, bro. You really trust them. Like they get to superstardom in American entertainment, and you really trust them. Oh yeah, he's a role model. He's for the people, bro. You're not serious, fam. You're not serious. You don't understand what's really going on out here, bro. You don't understand how things work. People are chosen. They're chosen to be in these positions. As I said, I just ignore stupid comments, ignorant comments, low vibration, low intelligence comments. Like, just ignore them, bruv, at this point. Yeah. Anyway, anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope somebody got or took something from this message. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to do that. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on this channel. I'm consistently putting out content every single day. And yeah, man, it's a grind. And as I said again, make sure you go support my clothing line, www.letsgonow.shop. Make sure you go over there, cop some of the merchandise, yeah, embroidered logos, yeah, embroidered, everything's embroidered. You can get your bomber jacket. I suggest you get a bomber jacket. I I love my bomber jacket. I always wear that. You see me when I was doing the videos approaching women outside. I always wear my Let's Go bomber jacket, and I do very well wearing that jacket. So it might help you lot out, maybe. But anyway, yeah, I hope that this was a valuable video, valuable topic. I'm going to be doing more videos like this very consistently. Yeah, so that's about it. So yeah, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Tell me about your experiences as well, what you take from this, what you've learned. Leave your like count as well underneath this video. And with that being said, I'm going to sign out. You lot take care of yourselves. I'll be back tomorrow with more videos, man. Peace.